What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mike and Rocco Morning Show. It's Saturday. We got a busy day today. Let's get into it. My boy right here. You want to tell him or should I? What's up, everybody? All right, so I was on Marketplace. I was on the Marketplace, and I came across a woman who had a lot of Silver Age comics for sale. So after talking with her, it turns out I know her husband, who we previously met at a swap meet here in Connecticut, put on by Three Men in a Basement in 2019. And he happens to be the brother of Otto, who's the host at Three Men in a Basement. So if you haven't checked that video out on Three Men in a Basement, go check it out. It's 2019, the first comic book swap meet. That was a great time, really great time. So Brett is a comic book creator. He creates children's comic books. Power Kid Comics is the name of his website, Power Kid Comics. Go check him out on Instagram, Power Kid Comics. If you're looking for content for your kids that's age appropriate, he's definitely where to go for that. So let's jump into it. So we got this box, and another smaller box that's over there. With these comics in it. So what do we got here? We got Amazing Spider-Man, king size annuals he threw in. Issue number 10. Issue number 10. I haven't read any of these yet, the king size stuff. Issue number 11. Some nice colors on that one. But I know I got some of the lower numbers, so I'm interested in definitely diving into these. And issue number 13 of that. So he threw those in because I purchased these, which I'll show you in a second. And then he threw in the Masters of Kung Fu, issue number 35, with Shang-Chi coming up, with a new movie release coming up. Hopefully. These are good to have in the collection. So number 35, issue number 78, and these are in really good condition. For their age, they are in great condition. The colors are still great. There's no serious cracks on it or color breaks. There is a couple spine ticks, but beautiful copy. Number 81, number 97. Number 114. So I greatly appreciate you throwing those in for me. Definitely want to build that series up. All right, so we got 23 issues of the first series, 1963 series of Avengers. So I haven't read this series, but having this many and what I have in my collection already, it's definitely building up, so I'll be able to dive into those. And then we got 23 of these Avenger ones, and then we got 34 issues of first series of Amazing Spider-Man. So we'll dive into those in a second. All right, so we got issue number 23 of Avengers. I love the colors on these. The colors are crisp. Really nice colors. Typical reader stuff for 1963. Spine ticks, creases, finger dents, some color breaks. I mean, a lot of stuff that can be pressed out, but I'm not sure how far I'm gonna dive into pressing and cleaning. But I get bored cleaning clean and press some stuff up. Number 25, Dr. Doom. So the colors on that are nice. It's number 25. Number 32. The whites are kind of dirty, but I mean that would clean up really nice. That would clean up really nice. Trying to get the glare off for you guys. All right, so there's that one. Number 32. Number 41. 41. What do we got? Number 74. And he's got a bunch more of some silver and bronze age that most definitely gonna end up taking off his hands. Number 87. The yellows and the reds are bright on this. It's definitely got some dirt on it. The spine is detached on the bottom, so like I said, they're reader copies. You know, everything from the 60s was a reader copy, pretty much, because that was the source of entertainment, was comic books. You know, they folded them up, put them in their back pocket, they kept it moving. You know, nowadays we got our cell phones, so it's a little different now. 117, Submariner. 119. It's 119. A lot of color breaks, folds, torn pieces. 127. That was not bad. That would clean up pretty nice. Number 128. And number 140. I'll show that to you. All right, number 141. 145. This one is in really good condition. Maybe 2 or 3 spine ticks, but other than that, the colors on it are beautiful. Edges are nice. That was 145. 148. Thor. Bright colors. The white's actually really good. A little bit of dinge to it, but that would clean up nice. That would clean up nice. Number 149. Get that glare off for you guys. Number 150. I'd like to tell you guys a little bit about these, but I haven't read this series yet, so can't really dive into it with you guys. Number 151. That's a nice cover. That's a nice cover. Number 155. That glare off for you. Number 156. That's that one. Number 157. That glare. Heroes, Ghost of Stone. That's a nice cover. That's in good condition too. Couple color. Actually, it might have got water. But you know, being 60-year-old comics, they go through a lot. You know, they go through a lot. Number 164. Nice colors on that one. Number 168. That one. Alright, and number 203. The Beast and Wonder Man. 203. So not bad. Not bad for the first series of Avengers. Alright, Now, so we got some Spider-Man. We got 34 issues of Amazing Spider-Man. So we got number 71, Spider-Man and Quicksilver. That one, which is in, it's a reader's copy. It's a reader's copy. Stables are intact, cover's intact, so that'll go into the collection. All these are just for my personal collection, which I have triples, quadruples of a lot of them. So last week I picked up a lot too that had a lot of Amazing Spider-Man, a lot of 50-cent stuff. You can check that video out too. That's below. Amazing Spider-Man number 74. Excuse me. Dr. Connor makes a serum for Silverman for the Fountain of Youth. So he tries getting younger, which he succeeds. He takes the serum and keeps getting younger and younger. But it was a pretty good read. Colors are decent. A lot of spine ticks. There's a roll on the spine actually on the lower part, but overall not bad. Number 75. This was the first 15-cent cover in this run. This was Dr. Connor transformed into Lizard. Silverman, he keeps going with that serum and keeps getting younger. The one he drank in 74. But good cover. That was a good cover. A lot of dinge, dirt, creases, a lot of color breaks right there, but I can't press those out. Can't do much about those. So that was number 75. Number 78, Hovey the window washer becomes the Prowler and robs the newspaper, and Spider-Man confronts him in front of an empty safe. I forgot how that turned out, but yeah, Prowler. Nice colors on that one too. Really nice colors on that one. A lot of color breaks, some scuffs. Not really much we can do about it, but again, they're reader copies, so I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it. So that's the Prowler. Really nice colors on that one. Number 96. This was the first one out of 3 not approved by the Comic Codes Authority because they mentioned drugs in it. Now they didn't take a stance on if they were pro drug use or against drug use. Excuse me. They just said no drug use mentions in comics. So we can dive deeper in that in another video because Stan Lee really pushed and got some things achieved with that, whether they were positive or negative. We can jump into that in another video. But yeah, this cover is beautiful. Some color breaks in the corner, spine's in good shape, some spine ticks, but overall, trying to get that glare off for you guys. Overall, it's a nice looking cover. So 97. This was the second of the 3 not approved by the CCA because of the drug reference. I got another one of these in last week's video, so another copy of that. Number 97. 107, where we face off against Spider Slayer after defeating like a couple of their leaders. I think it was like 4 leaders or 3 leaders, something like that. Decent read. So number 107, that's a reader copy, a lot of spine ticks. Number 109, or Spider-Man and Doctor Strange. They rescue Flash Thompson from the Vietnamese monks for they blamed him for the death of their high priest during the war, and they went and rescued Flash. So that's number 109. Some nice colors on that one. Number 113, Spider-Man's aunt's missing in this one, and he develops a stomach ulcer in this one, dealing with all that stress. So that was a pretty interesting read and kind of hits close to home. Excuse me. Number 142, Dead Man's Bluff, part 2 of 2 with Mysterio. This was the first cameo appearance of Gwen Stacy's clone. Number 142. Number 144. This was the first appearance of Gwen Stacy's clone. Part 2 of 2 of the Delusion Conspiracy. Number 144. For some reason, this cover, there was an issue with it. I don't remember if it was a negative issue or what, but there was a lot of popularity around this cover when it came out with the Marvel fans. So maybe we could dive into that in another video. 144. A lot of color breaks, spine ticks, typical reader stuff, but great cover. It might have had something to do with the girl's leg, being this was the 60s. And she's got knee-high boots on, thigh-high boots, or whatever you call them, knee-high boots. Might have something to do with that. I don't know. Number 150. This is the Vulture, Sandman, Kingpin. They attacked him while he was I forget why they attacked him. So it looks like somebody wrote all over it with pencil. But you know, pencil can come off. You know, we can take an eraser and clean that stuff off. Spider-Man was having tests done to make sure he wasn't a clone, and he ended up getting attacked by Vulture, Sandman, Kingpin, all of them while he was going through all that. It was a pretty good read. All right, so 153. Some bad guys kidnap a ex-football player's daughter, I believe it was. It's been a while since I read that one, but colors are nice on this. This is actually a beautiful copy. Edges are crisp, colors are nice, spine's nice, really good. All right, so number 154, Spider-Man and Sandman. Sandman wanted revenge in this one after he was defeated in Marvel Team Up. I forget what issue that was. That might have been in the 40s. But he was defeated and then came back in this one and wanted revenge for his loss. Yeah, the spines, big spine roll, just dirt, color breaks, typical stuff. Probably not going to clean a lot of these, but having multiple copies, I'm able to pick, you know, the best ones for myself, and then you know, maybe do some auctions or something later on for you guys, and move some of the copies. Issue number 155. This was a murder mystery, and excuse me, it has a 25-cent piece up here. There is a variant cover. Now they called it a variant cover, not what we're used to right now with variants. We get so many. You know how many variants we get for ridiculous stuff. I mean, just look at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff that came out. All those variants, it's crazy. But they call it a variant because it had a 30-cent stamp up here. So they introduced the new price hike a couple issues before that 30 cent actually took place, and they called it a variant. And that finally changed in issue number 160 to the 30 cents. So it started here at 155. This was, excuse me, the beginning of the that price hike. So issue number 155. 163, Kingpin's son is comatose. Wow. I feel like the bag is just gonna fall apart right in the hand. So 163, Kingpin's son is in a coma. I forget why. And yeah, I forget a lot of this story. I'd have to go back and read that one. But nice colors. Nice colors. Not a lot of damage. Some spine ticks. Creases that can be pressed out. some color breaks and stuff, but I think the bag is in worse condition than the actual comic. 164, where Spider-Man and Kingpin fight in the Brooklyn shipyard. So I have a number of these copies. I probably have about 6 of these copies right now. And I just picked another one up last week in that haul. I believe it was 164. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, great cover, great read too. The whites are crisp, couple spine ticks. Other than that, man, it's really clean. Really clean issue. Again, one that I have not read and probably won't. 165, Spider-Man and Dinosaur Man. Probably not going to read it. Really doesn't pique my interest, but I have a lot of them. But they're good fillers. 166, War of the Reptile Man, part 2 of 2. This one, he lost. I know he lost, and we didn't see him back until like the 90s. He came back for revenge later on, like 20-something years later. 1993 in the Lethal Foes series. That's what it was. He came back to try to get revenge nearly 20 years later. So that was 166. Here's a double. This one's in good condition. A few spine ticks, but overall it's in really good condition. So I got many of those too. Will-O-the-Wisp, 167. This was the first appearance of Dr. Bart Hamilton, also known as the Third Goblin. The Third Green Goblin. Number 167. So there's a chunk missing up here. You can see that. There's that chunk missing. Yeah, it's a reader's copy. Some marker up here, some drawings. But I'm sure these went through a lot of hands in the past 60 years. Number 168. This was at the skating rink in Rockefeller Center. I think they ended up fighting at the Empire State Building too after. So that's not bad. Number 170. He gets hit with a hallucinogenic fighting one of the doctors. And I think he was trying to contaminate a flu vaccine in that one. So 170. Yeah, not bad. Staples got some rust on it. Spine's a little dinged up, but you know, overall not bad. 171. He teams up with Nova. This was at the lighthouse, the Montauk Point Lighthouse in Long Island Sound. That's a historical place. You can see the lighthouse right here in the corner. The Montauk Point Lighthouse in Long Island Sound. But the colors are bright. I like that, especially with these older issues. Finding them that haven't been in the sun, or you know, don't have that damage where they're faded. I like that. Number 189. Mayhem by Moonlight. This was part one of 2, I believe it was. I haven't read this one, but the colors are bright. The yellows and reds. I'm trying to get that glare out of there for you guys. 189. So that's a nice cover. Number 190, Spider-Man and Wolfman. This is the Brooklyn Bridge fight scene. I believe I picked another one of these up in the last video of the Silver Age video. I forget which episode that was, but this is with Spider-Man and Wolfman fighting on the Brooklyn Bridge. See, somebody wrote on it with marker. So it was only 35 cents. They marked it down to 30 and then down to 20 and wrote it right on the comic. Can't make it up. Number 205, The Love and War, part 2 of 2, Spider-Man and Black Cat. She searches for romantic artifacts. And he ends up following her home, and they hug it out or something. Yeah, they hugged it out. So that one was decent with Black Cat. Number 210, Madam Web. This is a classic cover. This is the first appearance, number 210. Nice cover. Colors are crisp. There's a slight spine roll from like the middle up to the top, but might be able to fix that. Some creases here. Two small color breaks. 3 color breaks. Can't do nothing about that. But overall, it's a sought after book. 211, Spider-Man Submariner. Not a bad pickup. 213, this was a Prison Break one, and they set Peter's apartment building on fire. So it's been a while since I read a lot of these, but it's gonna be good to dive back into them and give them a read again. Number 233. I think the bag's in worse condition than the actual comic. This is the Spider-Man and Tarantula one. There's so much tape on this bag. I don't know how expensive bags were in the 60s, but this one is falling apart. It's about 10 pieces of tape on that. 243, Options. This is Options right here because Mary Jane came back into his life and Black Cat was around, and he had like the toss-up between two girl thing going on, so not bad. Wasn't bad. 243. That was a decent read. Cover's not bad. I mean, we got some stuff going on here, some spine stuff, typical stuff. Overall, not bad. Number 250, Confessions, part 2 of 3. This is Spider-Man and Hobgoblin. That one is in nice condition. Colors are good on it. This is a classic cover too, man. Really classic cover. You know, a lot of people got it. It's 250th issue with the Hobgoblin. And the last one, 291, Dark Journey, part 2 of 3, where Mary Jane turns down his marriage proposal. All right, so yeah, that was pretty messed up. But she had her own thing going on, I think with her sister or something. Something was going on with her sister in another state or something. I forgot the whole plot to the story. I'll jump back into that one now again. But yeah, 291. Nice colors, really nice colors. This one is in beautiful shape. The corners are crisp corners, nice square. Just needs to be cleaned in a press. So I'll probably press that one up. All right, not bad. Overall, I'm very happy with the price. We agreed on a number. Very happy with it. Nice stack of Amazing Spider-Man, first series going into my collection. A nice stack of Avengers that I can add to my other ones, and excited to start diving into these and reading those. And some Masters of Kung Fu. You know, you can't go wrong. With some Masters of Kung Fu. All right, so that about wraps it up for today. Today is a busy day because myself, Rocky, and my wife, we are going to the Connecticut Comic Crawl. This is the 3rd year. It's put on by 3 Men in a Basement. So be sure to head over right after this to 3 Men in a Basement and catch the live feed of what's going on. So we're hitting up multiple comic book stores, local comic book shops, and showing our support to our local comic book shops. So we're hitting, I believe, 3 of them, you know, back to back, and showing our support. You know, picking up comics. So it's, again, it's very important to support your local comic book shop, especially during this time with the pandemic and everything. So, you know, if you guys got pull boxes that you haven't settled up on with your comic shops, give them a call, settle them up. You know, because that right there could be the difference of them closing down right now. You know what I mean? And so there's a lot of comic shops that are going belly up because of the pandemic. So please go out there, support your local comic book shops. Again, head over to 3 Men in the Basement, check it out, jump in the chat, say what's up. I'm gonna be there, Rocco will be there. Otto, Dave in the Cave, Roger Levesque, everybody from 3 Men in the Basement, and a lot of great other people that are here to support our local comic book shops. So that's it for today. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.